So why economic reason was essential and imperative for the development of this principle? Because if there was a rational decision making, the impact of decision making was judged on two factors. One was irreversibility and second was uncertainty. Obviously, as I was telling you, that there was some religious belief also. Like for an example, there was a belief that however the science and technology can grow, but the realm of science and technology should be restricted to certain areas. Meaning hereby that if because of development of science and technology there is something at risk, that risk has to be taken into consideration before that development should take place. Because of these reasons, we can say that precautionary principle evolved over the world. Apart from this, there are other reasons for the development of precautionary principle. One of the reason is that it helps in the decision making because it anticipates certain things which will happen prospectively. Secondly, it also tells us that when we have a legal system which have a precautionary principle in place, then the concept of proportionality automatically comes in, because the amount of risk and the cost and the feasibility which is required is to be under proposed action has to be ascertained. Now this is all about the historical and origin of the precautionary principle. Let me come to the two important aspects of precautionary principle. One was our common future. This was you can say a declaration which was made in a World Commission on Environment and Development in 1987, and finally you can say in Rio Conference or Rio Declaration of 1992, which is also known as Earth Summit. Its principle 15 clearly incorporates the concept of precautionary principle. I read, where there are threat of serious or irreversible damage, lack of full scientific certainty shall not be used as a reason for postponing cost-effective measure to prevent environmental degradation. This is actually what the precautionary principle is. And if you see all over the world, I'll give you two examples. One is of the US legal system, that in US they drafted a law by the name called Endangered Species Act of 1989, which incorporated this principle. Then in India also in the year 2010 we drafted the law called National Green Tribunal Act, which incorporated this precautionary principle. In the next video lecture we will see the Indian incorporation of precautionary principle. Thank you.